haven't streamed before, so what do I watch?
COD gaming.
Yeah, COD gaming.
I watch the stream, correct?
You do
No.
with it muted.
Yeah, well, you can. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is you want to be watching the game with the auto follow on. But we're good to go. We're ready.
Tell me when you start if you haven't
It
already.
started. Go for it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get the spoopy music going.
Yeah, did you sell the link I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good. Playing around.
I'm very excited.
This is loud. Everything's loud with my headset.
I know, your headset. Loud.
Everything's still loud. I can't even hear you guys over this music, and it's as low down as it can be.
Hey, Halloween
Yep.
theme music, considering it's Halloween.
Alright, you guys, let's just until you start. Anyways,
Well, that's
thanks
'cause
for
Skype is
showing
way
up,
the
you
fuck
guys.
down.
Thanks for joining me on the caster test. Oh, no.
Fine.
Give us a moment. Anyways, as I was
False
saying,
alarm.
getting into a game between ASG and, what you call it?
Mafiosa.
That's the one. Never remember. You know, it's Mafia something. Anyways, Mafiosa. I'm so derped out right now. Well, finally we got the whole hobby together. Now we can finally start the casting. Hooray!
Yes.
I'm Aspect Ops jungler for Team Aspects. First place all the way.
Over here we have Dragon True Beta. That is I.
Support, what do you sub for CG, right?
I sub for COD Gaming. Yep.
And Adam, Zabam,
Zabam.
just
I played
We're
League
pretty dead here
sometimes.
he plays. He's a casual player.
I play League,
that.
but I play WoW, and
He just plays CS:GO all day and just comes on sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at CS:GO. It's so.
Oh, I just got it yesterday.
It's-
Oh, that was horrible.
I,
All right,
I
let's
am,
get it going.
I am so bad at CS:GO.
The hashtag Beta Tilteds are already coming out in the chat.
And we got a TSM double lift from our Aspect sub, Easton.
Yep. TSM double lift.
Thanks a lot, Nick, for that.
Oh, there's the straw polls. I was waiting for those. We already had Bela tilted, but no straw polls. Who gonna win?
ASG or Mafiosa? Can the casters vote?
Yes, the casters have to announce their choices. We'll start with you then.
I'll start, and I think I'm gonna vote for my boy, Kupo, and vote ASG for this one.
I'm gonna vote for Mafioso because their name doesn't sound lame.
Well, that'd be I'm gonna actually go for Elven Sheik Gaming as well. I think Kubo has the solo carry potential. He's like the COD Gaming amateur series version of Bjergsen. And however, they also have Bela, who is basically the COD Gaming version of Wild Turtle, and we all know what just happened to him.
Let's talk about these focused bands here.
Again,
Jinx,
Vayne picks. It's just such a popular. Oh God,
and a
yeah,
Jinx
that's a
band
lot.
coming from Mafiosa, and also a Zillion band coming over from ASG.
Yeah, and it's going to leave Fiora open as well as Kindred if anybody's picked up Kindred on their teams there.
I mean, a loyal or rewarded. Have you heard of a team called the Cubs? Oh, the poor Cubbies.
So I hear this is quite the rivalry, ASG versus Mafiosa. Considering, weren't they not almost the same team at some point?
I believe they did have a player, change of heart over to Mafiosa, but I could be wrong.
So this is a pretty hyped Saturday night game here.
Hey, to be fair, ASG took our star player,
Who's that?
Novex.
Novex. Oh, Novex is playing for ASG now.
Yeah, he's playing for their sister team, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if the deal went all the way through yet or not, though.
So we've got a brand for Kupo, who is notorious with brand in mid lane, and Graves for Bela.
Yeah.
Lulu picked up on mob side, and Karma also picked up on mob
Yeah,
side.
Lulu has just been in every game.
Which could also be a flex pit for mid, top, or support. So.
Oh, it can too, and just
Karma
the
too.
power of Lulu is just massive. I'd expect that honestly to be a support Karma, and probably a mid lane Lulu, simply because mid lane Lulu instead of top Lulu can also be down bottom lane.
I'm looking at
Could
the
that be a
bands right now, and the Zillion
Nocturne,
band.
please.
The Zillion band, I mean, I understand it's got to be targeted, but I feel like there could have been something more useful banned than Zillion.
Oh yeah, I feel like they should have banned Lulu instead of Zillion. Yes, Zillion is, picking up in strength and popularity, but Lulu has just been there the whole time on a higher scale the whole time as well.
I don't. And looking at the bans, on one side you've got Gangplank, Darius, Jinx. For the most part, it's we don't want these people in the game. The other side is so very targeted. You gotta give them at least a plus there for thinking ahead a little bit. Although
Oh,
Zillion
Yeah,
shout
is
out
still.
to that Nocturne pick for
Ooh,
Cloud. My goodness,
oh
I haven't
yeah.
played Nocturne since season 4.
I disagree. I feel like it's a terrible pick. I
Well,
think
Cloud does actually play. I think he has played Nocturne in this tournament before.
I'm
is
not
that true?
saying he's bad. It's just like
It is not a horrible pick, but it's kind of like a cheese pick. It can go either way,
yeah.
Yeah, it can either go extremely well or extremely
Well,
poorly for you.
and
depending on what he builds.
that's the issue though. I mean, if he's going tank jungle, I feel like he could have gone with a better option than Nocturne. But at the same
Yeah,
time, he's going assassin. If he gets fed, that's great. But the issue with assassin junglers right now is if it's either feast or famine. You start doing bad, and if you're not good at catching back up, you're useless the whole entire game. Of course, if you can get
Yeah,
ahead, you are one scary motherfucker, especially as Nocturne's just gonna swoop in and mess your day.
this is the
But
tank
we'll
meta, so
see.
they kind of needed that tankier jungler, but you never know. That's the thing.
yeah, and the
Oh, come
Wukong
on,
does
picked up.
come out as well. If that wasn't an
And
Yasuo ban, we know what if yeah, the
I
Vigar.
don't see. I
I'm
don't see.
surprised there is no Fiora here.
And is that a support brand?
I think it's a support Alistair on their side, but yeah,
Yeah,
it almost looks like yeah.
I think that might have been a last minute pick, noticing that Vega is up,
Yeah,
because I know that Kupo is really good on brand. And
yeah.
I think he realized that last minute.
Kupo is really good on brand, so they're gonna put it over to foolishly.
So I think Nocturne will have to build tanky because of the lack, the brand support, and also,
Yeah.
well, Garen top lane can be. He's a tank for almost everybody.
Yeah, and they have so much Protect the Vein on the side of Mafiosa. I'd like to see there be a lot of productivity in the bot lane towards tower kills and ganks. Like if they can shut that Graves down and get Vayne ahead, it'll be a massive influx of power into the mid game, and then late game they'll just completely stomp. As well, Viger does scale really well, and Garen does pretty decently into the later stage of the game in terms of like his survivability and chase, but. He does not. He lacks a very strong initiation, which only really Nocturne brings to the table.
I could see. I really like Mafiosa's team comp here because it's kind of it's CC all around really. You got Lulu's entire kit.
Here,
You got Alistar. You got Wukong's ultimate, and you got Karma, which is just
Massive amount of
CC shielding and AOE damage machine.
here's my
Totally
question: Do you feel like the cleanse on the vein is justified?
I think that's going to be switched. Actually, wait, was that?
No, it's locked in.
That's horrible.
You have a
We've
2
also
minute.
got we've also got a cleanse on the karma. Now I can kind of understand the vein, the close up ADC. You don't exactly want to get stopped.
And the Vayne
karma,
is the cleanse does definitely come out for the Vigar stun. There's no other real super hard CC other than Brand, which is situational, and it's like if you can get up to
Nocturne sphere's pretty nasty.
it is, but it's
If it lands.
situational. Again, you have to land it. Whereas
Condemn from Bane can just take them completely out of the fear.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the cleanse. Doesn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the
I'm
heal.
actually going to switch over my vote to I'm going to think Mafiosa will win this game instead. I just feel like their team comp is much, much stronger.
So is that 2 votes for Mafiosa from you guys, and I'm the only one that's voting ASG?
Yeah, which would make
Yeah.
the overall. votes
Here's
go
my
to
official
3-2.
vote. My vote is for Kupo, but per teams, I'm not going to give it to Mafiosa.
I guess we'll see then. We got about a minute and 10 seconds till we get into this.
Kupo Link.
voting screen.
Kupo Link. God damn, that sounds like too much like Koopa. I always forget to call them Moneybags. How's it going, Moneybags?
Why money bags?
Basically, when I said I was going to consider offering $3 per showcasting game, he said, "Oh, I give $20 to each of my team players that get MVP." Well,
We got,
wait, what not me, Moneybags?
Aspects gets a mystery skin per MVP, so our mid laner got 2. on
Mm.
Wednesday.
I want a mystery skin. Come
You
on,
will receive a
give
mystery
the
skin.
love to me.
If you can get a
All you have
pentakill
to
this
do is
game,
pretend
I'll
to be a
give you a
girl.
mystery skin.
Come on.
If I can get a pentakill, how do I do
This
that?
game. It's not possible. So there you go. You're not getting a mystery skin.
Oh,
All
darn.
right, welcome to the World Finals. Mafiosa against ASG.
The world finals.
Yes, next year, 2016 World Finals. Mafiosa
Arctic
versus
Fair, that
ASG.
is a cleanse heal vein.
All right, and we are loading in.
Uh, I think Aspect East is being a little salty because he didn't receive a mystery skin from his MVP, but we started doing the MVP thing.
We started after you. You
Yeah,
know,
they started after.
it's okay.
They started after he got MVP. I mean, I can
I don't
gladly give
know.
you
I don't
skin if
know.
you want.
Fnatic got a champion, a world skin. So I think hashtag East mystery skin.
Let's look at these skins here. So we got a Spiritfire brand going on.
I see that skin everywhere, and every time I see it, they're feeding.
Sanguinarian, my favorite Haunting Nocturne skin. Cutthroat Graves and Leprechaun Vagar. That's for ASG. Regular skin Lulu, Dragon Slayer Vayne. Is that? Can you tell if it's a different color before the splash art, or did they wait till we're in game?
With vein,
Yeah, because you can get a
because it says chaos at the end. Yes, it will be a different color.
okay, and then Golden Alistar, Volcanic, Wukong, and a Warden skin. Karma going over to Mafiosa.
Nighttime, it sucks. All right, we're gonna try and liven things up, and we're putting out some PJ salts in the chat as well, apparently.
There's two Mastery
Speaking of
5s going over on each team.
leprechauns, I work at a Walmart and the deli, so I see a lot of customers that walk in and out. And recently, I saw a midget who was also a ginger, and I thought, wow, that is a really unfortunate combination. Put some green on him, and someone might try to catch
That's
him.
probably what he dressed up tonight as.
Well, if he did anything.
Hmm.
I wonder if they're
You
gonna
gotta
work
own it,
legally.
man. If you're like, hey, man, I look like a
Hey,
freaking
if you work,
leprechaun, gotta own
if
it.
God gave you the gift to dress up as a perfect Replicon cosplay, you might as well do it. It's like if Warwick Davis was not an Ewok.
That Wukong splash art's just so freaking ugly.
Oh, I hate that eye. That
So
face.
bizarre.
Ugh. Every time I open my eyes, I see that face. Don't mind me, I'm just munching on some.
That's
Yes,
okay.
Nick.
Goldfish
Vayne
here.
has heal and cleanse, and Karma also has flash and cleanse. I'm assuming it's for the Vagar stun. Cardboard 14 strats. I agree. I mean, the easiest way to not get hit by Vigor Stun is to not get hit by Vigor Stun.
Thanks, Tips.
Hey, man.
Easy.
Needs a bit
Save
of
some
gold to steal
innovation
the
for the rest
Nexus.
of us, Galileo.
Or just get spell shields. Easy as that. Like Nocturne. But he's on the same team as Vagar.
Is it just
I
me,
had
or is
wanted to
Lulu
say this.
stuck at like 56%?
Jeez, and there's probably going to be a pause coming up.
Someone needs to upgrade their toaster.
Come on, man. They're playing on Atari 2600.
Nah, they're
Commodore
probably just
60.
making toast while they're at it. You know, you can't
hamster
dual task
died.
like that. The hamster died. Yeah, the hamster
Atari
died.
XLR. I forgot
Oh,
that.
here we go. Or
Alright.
don't play League. Won't get hit by a Vagar stun. Hey, you know what? And you're the real winner in that, because guess what? You're not playing League anymore. Play something better.
Fight
playing.
edition.
The greatest way to, I don't know. Like I said, you're right, Nick. Just quit League of Legends. Won't get hit by Vagar Stun.
Well, I mean, candidly, abstinence is a 100% effective method.
Yeah, but
What,
Team
you
Shit
can't-
doesn't keep
All right,
kids
we're in
100%.
game here.
Yeah, about time. Alright, let's get the shit set up.
So we're going through manual camera. Cool.
No.
Oh, that's mine.
Direct. We do the direct
Um,
here because we're lazy. And it's easier that
Should
way.
we have? So wait, Adam's taking care of the actual stream, but
Yes.
Matt and I can look around to see if we have
Yep.
some action going on, and then Adam, if we find some action, would you please just move the camera over?
Yeah. All
That's
right.
generally how it
So
works.
we got ASG starting on the red side and Mafiosa starting on the blue side. Looks like a regular 5-point start for ASG and another regular.
Mafioso is spreading out as well. They're going to cover, check for the invades.
All these
Uh,
things. All these things. Letting the
they're lighting it up like a Christmas tree. You're about 3 months early, guys. We're on holiday. Of course, this is the Halloween special edition of the COD Gaming and Amateur Series.
I feel like I need
Well,
like a spooky
ASG
skeleton
just
now.
putting down really early wards. These things will be out by the time um,
And Nocturne was another one.
Mafiosa can actually invade because that ward will be out by the time you can even see you can walk over. But it's a Lulu Karma, so I don't think they can actually do anything.
No.
Unless Wukong decides to walk up. Now would be the time to drop the ward.
Interestingly enough, Karma, as Easton did just say, Karma did start with a amplifying tone.
So, this Alistar skin, not nearly as bad as it used to be, but still not exactly all that
Let's
pretty.
look at the starting itemization. Can anybody tell me if there's something wrong here?
Yeah, Karma.
The Karma starting amp tone. Thank you very much, Easton 8, for mentioning that. Also, Garen starting boots. I think the only logical start here are the 80 carries, the Lulu, and the junglers, and the Veigar actually. Everything else, Garen.
I think the only winning move is not to play, but
It's like arguing with the troll. Just don't get involved.
yeah. Well, Garen does get a lot of regen if he starts with the pots, and he's against or with boots, and he is against Lulu, so I really don't think armor's going to do too much for him, considering basically half of her auto attack damage is magic damage early.
Clearly, he should have just picked up some more mana pots for sustain instead.
Garen taking a lot of damage off of his blue buff.
He's probably just going to end up backing and teleporting.
Yeah, see, that's what
He's
those boots
taking-
are for. So I can get back to lane faster.
So you can teleport faster? It makes sense.
Absolutely.
It looks
He
like
is
they're going to
popping-
try and bot lane gank here, or an invade,
Level
one or
2
the other.
gank. I could see this happening. Yeah, I got.
This is an interesting. I'd like to see how this plays out. Vayne is still irrelevant to the idea. She's still level 1, so she does not have
That
an escape.
Pulverize was fantastic, and that's Dragon going down. First blood going over to ASG.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a wonderful play. That's a very good usage of the double jungle. Lulu is going to try and get some damage on the turret, though.
It's
That was
always
a
kind of amusing, though.
fantastic
If you watch
level two.
everything that happened, it was a terrible, terrible gank. I feel like if anything, they just beat them by pure manpower alone. There was at least 2 important skill shots missed right there, and if it wasn't for an extra person, she certainly wouldn't have died.
I agree with
No,
that.
and I didn't get to see, but apparently she did not blow heal or cleanse.
No, which is.
I feel like because of those missed skill shots, if she had blown that heal and cleanse on the when Nocturne feared her, she might have been able to get out.
Let's see if Nocturne can actually snowball from this. Hopefully he can. He is wearing the Halloween themed skin.
I feel like a
Go.
fast character like Karma, with the general size of Veigar's son, I feel like Cleanse is just wasted on her. I can understand maybe against a Malzahar, where it's just point and click, but she can either run out of it or just avoid what's going on.
Yeah. I'm being Skyped. Just a second, lads.
Why don't you like D&D yourself?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore Skype for now. Yeah, the chat's not very active right now, so.
Well, we don't exactly have all that many people in it right now.
Oh, definitely not. Looking at farm across the board, Lulu is pushing way ahead of Garen.
Yeah, but
Twitch
Garen's
chat
got
is
that
basically
assist.
just Nick.
So looking at the gold, it's only about 100.
That fear
gold
can
difference.
actually. Oh,
Uh-oh, this can get bad
here
very
comes Mob
fast.
Bear coming. That's a teleport. That's a Veigar teleport coming in.
And the red buff is not going to take the Wukong down.
And
Oh well,
Not much
bad.
came in. Yeah, that seems like a waste of teleport.
that's,
Well, I mean, the
that
teleport
flash
wasn't
coming
that
down
particularly
from-
wasted.
Yeah, the flash did come
Certain-
down, and they have about the same cooldown, so.
Well, I mean, you gotta think though, without the teleport going off, that perhaps they would have pushed in on it. So maybe if anything, it ruined the possibility of getting a kill. I mean, you see a teleport coming in, it's not your side, you kind of want to run away.
Yeah.
yeah, that's that's both summoners for Veigar right now, so he's gonna be really safe in lane.
Yeah.
And that's the finisher. That's just Wukong's splash. Lulu still has all of her summoners.
Yeah, and Lulu looks like she's gonna. She didn't get a single CS in that entire spiel there, so she didn't bother farming up a few minions before going back, which has allowed Garen to catch back up and gain control of the lane.
Yeah, Garen has a solid 2 CS.
22.
2 CS lead.
Oh, 2 CS lead.
Well, 1 now, but
Ron's modulate.
that scary little fox thing's coming after her.
Yeah, better run.
I don't like that it can't attack. I feel like it should get wimpy little attacks, just for the hell of it. Maybe like 1 damage. Why not?
Now, is this the first time Wukong's been appeared in the entire series? I don't think I've.
No, I believe it's not the first time by far.
You know, I've never been a fan of a lot of Vayne skins. I feel like they're just not very good. This is one
Yeah, most of them
not
are pretty bad, and most people have their opinion on Heartseeker, but I like Heartseeker.
Heartseeker's
I like
alright.
Heartseeker and SKT.
I mean, and the thing with those skins is there's something going on here. She just looks like a crappy Diablo character right now.
She looks like a Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter,
A
yeah.
really
but
bad Demon Hunter.
without all the fun stuff, man. There ain't no cool weapon looking. Yeah, it's boring. Although it's not as bad as that one Riven skin that I don't think I've ever actually seen in game because it's so bad. You know what I'm talking about?
Exiled?
No,
Or Crimson
No, I
Elite.
think he means
Crimson
Crimson.
Crimson Elite, yeah.
God, the
My
splash
my
art's
top
so
laner
hideous, dude.
always plays that skin because it's so ugly.
It is. But you know,
But every time we play, Riven is banned. So
we might see a kill up in top lane here, or
Yeah.
not.
Garen going fast.
Ryan's got himself in a bit of
Top
trouble
lane.
here. Maybe not. The level 4 on the Vayne just makes her engages just so much less. I mean, I can appreciate the aggro and the aggressiveness or whatnot, but it just doesn't do much.
Yeah.
got some action going top lane with Nocturne coming in to get Lulu. But I think Garen will be too far for this. Wukong's also here fighting.
Yeah, and again, they get forced off of
Nothing.
another kill that they really wanted.
You know, every time the cameras decide to have me watch Karma and Veigar, he may get her in the circle of the stun there, but that's it. He misses the stun, she just walks right out of it. Like I said, I feel like the cleanse isn't exactly necessary. Why is Veigar going tier? Good question.
It's not necessary at all on Veigar.
No,
Well,
he's
and
definitely
the
got more than
issue
one
is,
mana.
it's not exactly that easy to stack up, and he doesn't have anything fast to really go about it.
Against a Karma, Athene's would be 100 times better because look at the damage she's just laying up on right now. Look at that damage.
Yeah, look at that completely.
That might be a kill
turns that.
for Wolf.
He tries to stun her, and
And
just
that's-
goes back.
Kill number
There
2
goes.
going over to Mob Wolf.
Well played, Exile.
Like we
Wukong
said,
picking up that red
Oh,
buff.
are we gonna see an ult? Oh, and the ult saves her. Her ult saves her.
Wukong is not going to get level 6 off the red buff itself. There we go, level
Oh,
6.
it's
I
level
was
6.
kind of scared there. I was like,
second
ooh.
minion.
I mean, you look at Karma. She's going for the attack. She says, "Hey, this guy does magic damage. Maybe I should build against him."
Also, I'd like to apologize in advance for the coughing. I am feeling a bit under the weather at the moment.
Everybody send Dragon with your energy.
Send him your.
Send either NyQuil or money to buy NyQuil. I don't really care which one.
All right,
lots of
Garen
NyQuil,
picked up
so
the
you wanna buy
spectral
that.
hood. Did he sell some stuff to pick that up?
He had boots when he started, that's it.
Okay. All right, so maybe not, but he's got the spectral hood. And that'll certainly help him get someone like Lulu.
Brand
Oh.
is moving his way near.
It takes some harass there. But Wukong, they do know that Wukong is there now, so.
ASG is rather aggressive in the river right now. Maybe setting up for Dragon, but no, Mafiosa's not letting them have it. They're pushing them right back.
I feel like the skirmisher saber maybe not the best option.
Karma going in on Karma again. Flaggar has to.
Karma going in on Karma.
Yeah,
And that's
you
a
know what I mean.
Devour Nocturne.
Now I can
Amen to
understand the
that.
Devour. I mean, even when I go for my tank junglers, you Trundle, Shogath, whatever, Devour just seems like the best option. But and
Oh, did you
I'm
not
fine.
see my Trundle jungle last? I think it was the second game.
I got some pretty boss Trundle jungles, man. Trundle's what's up. But
The Q
regardless,
damage after you're sated is incredible.
oh, it's lovely. But still, though, the skirmishers. I want to talk about that. I don't feel like that's the best option right now. I mean,
No, I
like,
feel like he should have gone with a Stalker's Blade. Or,
Stalker's
sorry, a Chilling Smite thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Stalker.
mean,
Stalker's right. That's Chilling Smite.
it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
sorry.
For the early presence, for the ganks.
well,
Exactly.
and that, and I mean, it's not like Wukong's the easiest to fight in the jungle there. Oh,
Great damage.
not looking good
Dragon
right now.
just had to get out of there. Barely gets out alive. But a good play by Mafiosa, that's going to put them up, actually, in gold by almost a full 1,000.
And that's the thing, though. I mean, I get stuck on the jungle item, but that's one of those items where if you're not doing that well as a team, it's wasted gold. You go in there, it's that much more dangerous when you're behind.
Yeah.
Something like Chilling Smite, that's always useful. When can't you use a slow? And even more so, if you're in trouble, your team is not doing so well, it's an easier escape.
So this might
Yeah,
be
Myar is going to get caught out. Wonderful
dragon.
dodging by Karma. I'm impressed with this positioning and mechanics in general.
That's a free dragon from Mafia.
Now, just imagine if she had Ignite instead of Cleanse.
Yeah, exactly. Or Exhaust to help out
or
the team.
anything else, honestly.
God, Teleport.
Hell, Clarity. I mean, she's kind of low on the mana right now.
Indeed. Nocturne picking up another well-deserved stack. Nocturne is getting to that point in the game where he can clear camps almost instantly. So Sated might start building. He's probably going to have to, do the, farm and ult and farm and ult.
Well,
for the
I mean,
strategy.
admittedly, he does have the skirmisher, so it does help him in that sense in the evading. But we might see a fight with the junglers here pretty soon. Depends on if he's going.
He
Well,
heard
looks like it.
Wukong. Yeah. Good
They are
discuss-
pinging the on the ways, actually.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Doesn't look
that's
so good for Wukong.
flashing and auto attacking Cloud.
Teleport comes
That's a
out.
Vanguard teleport.
I'm not sure I feel
Wonder
like
with these
it's
short-range
teleport.
teleports yet again.
Don't-
That seems like a very wasted one.
Well,
There was no
I mean,
point to that.
I
teleport.
mean, what's he gonna do? Nocturne's already low. Yeah, Nocturne. Well, he wasn't low, but he's gotta
Cool
get out of
downs.
there. He's in a bad spot. Why would you go into the middle of that? Honestly, I would have liked to see Mob turn on him right then and there. Because honestly, I feel like they could have killed him. He's not exactly.
He's gonna run into Nocturne though. This is good. That's a grave mistake.
Oh, that fear. There you go. There's another kill for
He's done.
Nocturne.
Yeah, he's way out of position. I don't know
That's
what he
good.
was
That's gonna.
expecting.
That's good for his stacks. He's gonna be able to buy.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've always taken issue with the fact that a Devourer only gives you one stack for a kill. That just seems so anti-gank. And, we don't exactly need reason for the junglers to stay in the jungle that much long.
Yeah, I feel like the bonus should be less, and it should not cap as low. But if ganks actually gave some sort of a reward, say double stacks or something.
Two.
That would
Just
make Devour
heck,
very OP.
He,
You'd
but
be able to
even,
get. You could be able to get Devoured by like 10 minutes.
That's why I said increase the requirement by, say, 5-10 points.
but even something
Oh,
like
that makes sense.
I know, but here's the thing though. If you were to say give kills 2 stacks or even 3, there's a trade-off there because at some point a really good jungler, Devourer will become that much better for them though, because they'll realize, listen, I should stay in my jungle right now. But for the bad junglers who can't take advantage of that, they'll go and they'll gank it all the time. And if they're not getting good ganks, they're losing out on other stacks the other way. So I
That
feel like
makes
there's
sense.
a bit of a trade-off.
I've not heard a Nocturne ultimate yet, and he's leveled 8.
No, there has not been an
Well,
option.
what's the point? It's like a flash pretty early on.
Yeah, it's just such a low range early on, but it's still damage.
He
if
is
you're
in range
used to
though,
these
just
fights.
about, isn't he? It
I
looks
think
like
he's
that's what
he's setting it up for bot lane right now.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably going to
There it is. There's the
There we
ultimate
go.
on the dragon. The fear
Fear's
going
going to
on.
come out. Escapes the fear, oddly enough. Brand ult does do extreme
And I think Rhino will survive.
Are we gonna see a dive?
The ultimate does not kill dragon.
Ooh, look at how close.
They're looking for a kill, and he can't land any kills. Dragon and Rhino are still alive right now. My goodness. That's a
Yeah.
lot of ultimates wasted.
We've got the rest of their team there to back him up in case it got a little too deadly.
Yeah.
Heal still on Dragon, and Exhaust still on Rhino.
He's being
So
pretty
2 stuns
greedy
down.
with that thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed a little bit too greedy and got himself killed.
So let's say get 2 summoners down for Mafiosa's bot lane. I think Brand.
I feel like they should have gone in on the turret instead of continuing to farm. Like,
Brand did not use Exhaust that time when they were fighting. Not at all. It's still up right now.
Well, it certainly would
That
have been
would-
a
that
kill
would've
if
got a
he
kill.
did.
yeah, it would be
On
at least
either,
one.
either character, yeah, absolutely.
Turret does go
It's
down.
not like they had vision of the Wukong and the Karma, but
Wukong
they
looks like he's going to go try and go in, but that just seems like a poor attempt to force him back.
Well, even if he got in there, then what? He's not fed enough to deal with them both.
No, definitely not, and he's not building enough damage to just one-shot people at his level.
Either way, that's first tower going over to.
Yeah, and Lulu looks like she's going to grab the tower. There we go.
And there's Lulu tower. Oh, that's good tower trade. I think that's leaning more towards Mafiosa's side.
Well, absolutely. I mean, because Garen without a tower, it really hurts him because he can't stand back and hide. That's what.
And he
Garen's good
can't
for.
proxy. Garen is actually a decent proxy champion.
Yeah,
If
I
he
feel
can-
like a Fiora pick would have been better than a Garen, and then you could have worked the jungler pick into something other than a Nocturne, especially if you're not going to use the Nocturne ult very often.
That's the thing about the ult. It just doesn't have that much use. I mean, sure, but it's such
Later
a
in the
tell.
game it does, but...
Yeah, absolutely, but early on, I mean, it has that tell. Well, hey, we saw a cleanse.
Yeah, exactly what I was waiting for it to say there, is that that's finally a cleanse, but it just didn't seem useful again because of how ahead she is.
But I mean, the Nocturne ult, it's such an early range, and with the tell that it gives off, it really isn't that useful. I mean, you can prepare for it way too well, and especially on someone like Vayne, who can just say, "Oh, he's coming. I'm gonna get my condemn ready." You know, he could easily be outplayed in that situation if it isn't.
Oh, and on the reverse side, the Vayne can also be outplayed, because if he times it right, he's just going to spell shield the condemn, and Vayne's out of an escape.
Absolutely. But someone with Alistar too, it just doesn't seem like the best jungler for ganking bot lane. But he has done it, so you know.
Yeah. And
CS is looking pretty even.
you got to keep in mind, a well-timed Alistar Q can actually stop a Nocturne ult.
Really?
I've seen, yes, in fact, Vi, with her Q, can just punch Nocturne in the face and half-kill him.
Well, I mean, you've got to keep in mind too. Alistar is like the only character that can interrupt a vial, isn't he?
No, any AoE crowd control can.
It's not even AOE. I've seen him just like headbutt her, and I thought originally she wasn't supposed to be able to be stopped.
Originally in her original design, yes, but now she finishes the ability, but then it's crowd controlled at the end of the cast.
We're seeing Mafiosa actually like,
All crowd control applied to
hiding
Vi
in
at the...
River
yeah.
Brush here.
Well, actually, from the start, Alistar could push her back during the ult, and I think it was the only one who could do it at first. And it was kind of weird because he wasn't supposed to be able to.
Yeah, that's
Mafiosa
clearly
might be
bugged.
going for Dragon here. All of
Are we
ASG
gonna
is
see
going
a
to scramble.
gank? Looks like
Could
it.
be.
All right, here we
One's
go.
going in. They're a little slow going in there, following up.
Bela's still alive right now, and there goes Furoshi.
Yeah, Bela is
Bela
going
is still
to
alive.
survive.
I think they
I feel
forgot.
like it's a huge.
Just
There is
recall,
no
just
Bela
recall.
tilt yet.
I don't understand what's going on with these teleports here. Why on
And-
earth
Yeah,
would you do
the-
things like this?
Yeah,
There goes
there's no
Garen.
defending the tower either.
That was a terrible, terrible idea.
There's
I
two
mean,
kills going over to.
Yeah, you want to get involved in the fight, but I can understand a bit more, honestly, if they teleported to their turret, but right into the middle of where the fight's going on, you're just asking to be killed.
That teleport was basically a free death. That's two kills, a tower, and also a free dragon going over to.
Yeah,
Mafia.
the ASG teleports have just been
You know what they should have
not
got?
very...
You know what they
You
should
can
have got?
cancel them. I don't know if they know they can cancel those things.
I would
Yeah.
hope they would know. But you know what they should have got instead of teleport? Cleanse, clearly, because it's doing work for the other team.
That's two dragons going over to Mafia. So that really hurts that Nocturne because that's 5 stacks from every time.
Well,
And
I mean, what's he at now?
22. About to be 24.
Tiger's going to get caught out, but Alistair's probably just going to let him.
Oh, is it? I see him at
pass
15.
on.
He's way back. He needs to work on his farming a bit more.
Yeah, around 20
Yeah.
minutes. That's
I'm not very impressed with that support brand pick at all.
like I said, I think it was kind of a last minute thing when they noticed that Veigar is up, and I think Brand was supposed to go on Kupo.
Yeah, I think so too. I know that Kupo is Brandman. That was an interesting flash there. That's going to get him killed anyways.
Just mistakes being
That's
made.
3 kills to Nocturne.
You know, and this Wukong, I gotta call him out for this. This is the second time he's died in his own jungle because he decided to stay for no good reason.
The cleanse goes through, saving her life. And you said it was a bad choice.
You don't know that
The
it would have
wards.
killed her.
Let's focus on the wards here too, because look at the.
Oh, the ult comes
Oh,
into
that's-
Lulu, and she's just going to walk out of that. Wasted ult on the outside of the AS again.
And honestly, that was poorly executed by the Nocturne. Why he led with this
Viger gets chunked
Tiger's
out there.
done. And
That might be a
just
dead
walked into
Brand.
that condemn.
And that's a dead Brand.
that's some late fitness.
Oh no,
right
Brand is
there.
still alive.
Bela does not take the auto attack. That's going to cost her her life.
There goes
Are we gonna see a Garen ult?
Dragon's dead now.
There we go. Flash
There we
comes in.
go.
Wukong.
I
Interesting
don't.
enough.
I feel like
Wukong
they're dragging the
Pretty
fight out a
messy.
little too much. Ooh, there we go.
Picking up kills on the ASG.
I feel like Wukong going in there a complete waste. There was enough team around there to
There's nothing. That
go
ultimate-
on to that. Now, to talk about the Nocturne real quick, I don't play Nocturne much, but I feel like he kind of fucked up when he went with the fear first instead of the speed up. I mean, Lulu's a fast character. Why on earth would you not want to be faster when you gotta stay near her?
Wouldn't
Yeah,
be
you
able
want to speed
stay on
yourself
track.
up
You want
and
to
then target
QE
here.
instead of
It's poorly done.
EQ.
I feel like Nocturne, I mean, he's doing well right now, but there may be a point where he falls off, and I feel like the point that Nocturne falls off is the end for ASG in this game here, because right now, outside of, you know, Garen being Garen, they don't really have a lot of damage.
Is Blue Buff going over to Kupo? Considering Nocturne already has Blue Buff still.
Yeah, and Blackguard is not farmed and killed. You know, he does not have the items or experience
He
to
says he missed
one shot
Liquid
if he can.
Flash. Well, he's dead now, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, you'll get another chance at
You're
3.5
actually
minutes.
has more 8.
Huge damage coming on to Foolishly.
Well, he foolishly got a little too close.
That flash was questionable on Wolf's side.
Questionably aggressive, but if you had aimed that Q right, that would have been a dead brand. I would have.
Now, I'm trying to understand here why the Veigar went forward instead of back. I mean, it doesn't really matter, they disengage, but I mean, he knows he's gonna get hit again by the Q. I would be running away if I was him. Because he was one hit from anything, killing him at that point.
And that's a stated Nocturne. Not. Oh my God, Kupo taking lots of damage from that ulted Q on Karma. He's gonna have to recall.
Wukong
But that is a
getting
stated
himself
Nocturne right now.
executed.
He's gonna turn on the damage. That's a Blade of the Rune King, stated Nocturne.
What do you think?
There's going to be a big wave top lane soon as well.
I
The
think
wave is
Veigar-
just starting to pile up, and unless Nocturne goes and stops it, it's going to become an issue.
Personally, I think Nocturne should go mid, and Veigar should go top to get that farm.
Yeah, Flugger should be
Yes.
definitely top farming.
Nocturne doesn't need to farm right now,
No, he's already got his Sage of Devour.
but he's still farming his jungle.
Well, I mean, he needs the gold at this point. I mean, he's the most. Well, let's check real quick. He by
does have-
far has the most gold on his team, with Graves coming up second.
Yeah, and while they're even on kills, ASG's even pulled ahead on gold. But I just feel like in teamfight presence, that on a full 5-on-5 or 4-on-4, definitely the vote of confidence comes down. Alistair, look at all the damage they put out on Alistair, and
Taking
Alistair
3 tower shots, a Veigar W, and look at that damage. Nothing.
exactly,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Graves auto
To be
attacks.
fair.
Oh God, that Karma damage. Less AP than Veigar, but look at that.
It's rough. It's rough. And right now, they're so low, if they could get another...
Paranoia is
barbecue-
almost up, so Nocturne is waiting for a good chance to ult in.
I think an Aegis on each team would be perfect right now because of the Karma and the Lulu, also because of the Brand and the Veigar.
I feel like a Nocturne ult right now could actually be really bad. I mean, look at his team. Some of the very
Oh, yeah,
important
definitely.
players
The
on
two
their
chunk-
team are half health.
Considering one ulted Karma Q did that to most of the team, I wouldn't engage on that. Unless that's
Nocturne stun goes
that's an
in.
engage.
And here
Oh,
it goes.
that Lulu ultimate was fantastic.
And we got the ult from Wukong, and it is not looking good.
That's
for
a
them
kill
right
going
now.
over to
It is a
ASG.
blood slaughter on
2
both
kills
times,
going
so
over
there.
foolishly might go down.
3
no?
kills. That's a double kill.
It's
4
all safe on the
Kupo.
other side of the
Wow,
wall.
I guess
And
I'm wrong
almost a kill
there.
on Ryan.
Karma's mantra.
I don't think
Q is-
Mafiosa reacted properly to that.
No, definitely not.
The Lulu did because that ultimate was amazing.
I think
The
a
rest of
big
the
issue
team.
right now, though, is the AoE. You look at Mob, they really don't have any except for the Karma and the Wukong ult. You look at ASG's side, they've got, well, every character there has got some AoE going on. You can corral them in with the Veigar ult, or the Veigar stun, and, well, it can be very deadly.
Yeah, I also find that Brand is sometimes not where he needs to be in on the map.
Well, unfortunately, the brand just isn't very useful.
No,
As a
he's not.
support, he doesn't really have much lockdown outside for those single target stun. I don't know. I don't blame mages. Mages are lame. But I mean, look at the supports here. We've got Rhino, extremely tanky. He can get in there. He can mess stuff up.
And building in Aegis too, like I said earlier. Like that.
And then we've got Brand, who can, well, he can do some damage, which is great if he's really far ahead, but he's not.
And he's not even building that much damage to begin with. He's got a Giant's belt. I guess that's going to probably come into Rylai's, but I just feel like a bit more damage instead of the health would have been better.
That being said, though, they did win that.
I think the
fight
engage is
pretty
pretty
handily.
much dependent on the Veigar stun and Nocturnal three at this
Yeah.
point.
Good thing
If they
can't
can
really set
catch somebody out with a Veigar stun, though, it's pretty much death. But they did bring the cleanse for that exact reason.
2 cleanses, which are up for Dragon and Wolf right now.
Yeah, and Advocate, or sorry, Gujo 064 makes a good point, which is if Vayne, if they can get Vayne into a good position, they can just kind of carry this into the tower game where they're just going to
Absolutely. I mean,
siege
it is
and
Vayne versus Graves now. Assuming that ASG stays ahead, I feel like Mob is just going to get crushed. They need to get a good fight here or there, or there's a wasted.
yeah,
I
and
would
he
love
needs to
to
get
see
some
them
good
going
fights.
off of that.
Kong is not doing as much work as he needs to get these fights going. I feel like his build should have had more damage.
Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they should have used that missed Veigar stun as an excuse to go in. Only 3 people of ASG were even clumped up there. The other 2 were off doing whatever. I feel like they
This
could have easily
Mafiosa
picked up
siege
the
mid lane is actually, I think it's kind of useless right now. Because he's been here for how long?
Yeah, and they still have not gotten the tower.
And the last time this happened, they got all
They're just
3 deaths.
waiting. It's going to become whoever makes the first mistake here, and I feel like Bob is more liable to make mistakes that can be punished by Veigar.
They also don't have a tower behind them.
Exactly.
ASG can pretty much engage whenever they feel like it.
Looked like Nocturne's going for the Titanic Hydra right now, so he's gonna get pretty nasty pretty soon here if they don't do something about it. And like I said, while he wasn't in the fight, he was off farming. He's getting what he needs. Wonder how
That
much
might
gold he's
be.
sitting
I'm
on.
surprised he's not going for the Ghost Blade. I'm not sure.
Well, he might
Interestingly
pick it up
enough.
eventually, but
Well, yeah, there goes a Veigar stun, and it's not going to do much more.
People are taking a lot of damage from Lulu right now.
Yeah. Wukong's
Oh, there comes Mob there.
Oh,
Wukong
pretty
off
poor
mid. I think they
Wukong.
might be able to catch out Koopa right now. That's a dead
All
Koopa.
Mouser back up.
Ooh, she's dying.
Very bad condemned from Bela. Bela is tilting.
The teamfight is going on everywhere right now.
Yeah, they just kind of spread out and started into these weird scattered pods.
well, the issue was at first.
And that's
though,
not something. And that's a very good play by ASG to scatter into those pods. But they did not have the right characters on the right targets that fight.
What certainly didn't help, though, of course, was the fact that Garen went in first, and they threw quite a few things at him, and it's Garen. He just shrugged it
he's
right
too tanky.
off.
Doctor's going to come in, and I feel like that was just a bad idea. Why would you go that way? You're either going to get condemned or knocked up, one or the other.
Looks like Nocturne picked up 2 kills that fight. He's gonna come back into the game pretty nasty.
Yeah, once he comes back with some items, he's going to do a lot of damage there.
You'll have to capitalize with the mid game Nocturne because the late game Nocturne isn't as dangerous.
No, it's definitely not. But when it comes to the engage, his engage gets better, but it's just extended fight and 1v1 power definitely goes down.
So there's blue buff going over to Veigar. And just warding overall going on.
I think the problem right now is Mob's trying to fight too much. I mean,
Instead of pushing out lanes and hopefully getting picks, they're trying to constantly get team fights that they're losing.
and they just don't have. I mean, yes, if the Wukong didn't miss the team with his ult, could have gone a lot better. But you know,
Although in Mafiosa's defense, they did get that mid tower last team fights, even though they got 3 deaths. So they kind of went a little bit towards their favor.
the gold lead is getting a little bit bigger. I think it's 1K difference more than before the team.
Because look, Mafiosa's mid lane again.
Yeah, why are they
They're-
still mid?
they're
Like, there's
pushing
so
mid.
much. Like, look at top lane; it's pushing out. And
I don't think
you know,
they
this
know what to
can be-
do. They're afraid there's not any huge things on the
Yeah,
map.
they're
to take
uncertain
right
of what to do right now. They don't have the composure to make a strong decision right now.
They need someone to go split. That's simple as that.
Exactly. They
They
need
need
to
to
create
pull
it.
either
They've
Lulu.
got the
Like I
Wukong. I mean,
Wukong is a great tower pusher, but
Yeah, Wukong is usually, but he does
he can
not
also
have.
escape perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is he's just not in a position with that lack of damage. Yes, he has a
Well, they're
black
gonna set
field,
up something
that's
here.
it.
Mafiosa in the river bush. No wards on it for ASG. I think ASG's kind of sensing something in that.
Yeah, they've
well,
got
I
that
mean, of
fight
course.
distinctly.
Mob isn't in mid lane. Where else could they be?
Yeah. No, we're not teaching mid, so where are they? They should might as well just take Scuttlecraft and take Dragon. Oh my god. Oh,
Ooh, that's a big Vagar stun.
That's a lot of damage. Taken on the tank.
Yeah, they keep blowing a lot of stuff on the Alistair or
Oh
Garen
goodness!
on
Look at
both
that! Look at
sides.
that karma damage. Oh my!
Man, that's rough.
They just need to pull out this dragon. I think what Bear needs to do.
They're grouped up. If they could
Oh,
get a
God.
good Wukong ult, this could be game changing.
There
Nocturne
goes.
ult does come out picking up Bela.
Doctor and went straight to Vayne. Tiger's kind of caught
The
out.
team's all separated, you know, and I
Dude,
can
oh, that
see
pulverized! Oh my god!
I can see
Oh,
what the
there's
Wukong
Cloud.
was going for. Oh man, that was a nasty Q.
There goes karma.
Here's the issues right now: is there is terrible focus. It's
That
Wukong
sucks.
says, "I want to get in the team," and he goes and he gets in the team, but then Nocturne says, "I'm Nocturne. Screw you."
The
And
7
dies
and
to
0
important people.
Nocturne can do whatever he feels like doing, and that's a Black Cleaver Nocturne.
What Wukong needs to be doing is staying back and defending the Vayne. She may have
Lagar
ults
is
and
going to pick
heal.
up a bit of damage there.
They're
Lagar
going
does not have the
straight to
damage.
Baron. Straight to Baron.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
And
Why
Mafiosa's
wouldn't they?
gonna-
They're all in base and defending their top lane.
That's a clean Baron. And that's, yeah, Vagar is just taking posts and clean Baron.
This is quickly spiraling out of control for I mean, I feel like they could have done so much better with some better focus. Perhaps it's a leadership issue. I mean, the shot calling clearly is lacking.
It's not there. It's not there at all.
I mean, it's not very good on ASG, but it's a whole lot worse on Mob right now. There's a lot
Yeah,
of...
they all are mid lane again.
Well,
This is not the Mafiosa Team Masters played against a few games ago. They seem confused. They have no real objective in place.
Yeah, they have no aim. They don't seem to know what they want to do at any point in this game so far.
I mean, and you gotta say, listen, Nocturne has 7 kills now, and before the fight he had, what, 5? And so what does Wukong do? He just says, well, there's a group of people. I'm gonna go into it. You gotta see, listen, this guy's fed. If we can and if they could shut down the Nocturne, especially if Vayne can get that kill on him, man, it could go in their favor really quickly, but instead they just let him have his way with Vayne. And then
They're roaming really well right now, too. They're just clearing wards and planting wards. That's all they're
And
doing.
I have to give it up to ASG Bela right now. She's playing an excellent game. She's not doing that well on farm, to be fair, but she's completely she's very objective focused, and she's staying safe in these fights, pumping out as much damage as she needs to.
Mafiosa's just getting completely out-rotated right now. They're just getting zoned out. It's a free bottom tower. Tier 2 bottom tower.
I mean, you know
Yeah.
why they're getting like out roamed and stuff, right?
'Cause they're always
not in
mid.
the mid lane anymore.
They're taking a real advantage of these Baron.
Lagar does get a good bit of damage on the
Bela
Lulu.
might not be tilted, but I feel like Mob is.
Yeah.
I think they need to go push another lane here. They're not doing much.
But here's the thing, though. Does it even matter at this point? I feel like they're not really harming themselves by staying around. Although you get hit by those karma Qs, those are rough.
They should push split. Look at that top lane. They need to take care of that top lane. Someone needs to teleport. Either Garen. Actually, only Garen can right now.
I was gonna say Nocturne can just make his way up there, ult a minion halfway there, and just, well, probably two-shot it all with his big Nocturne and all.
Yeah, that's a fed Nocturne, and we were questioning the Nocturne.
We
pick,
were,
but,
and you know what?
we were kind of going.
I don't
Not
feel like,
made the
questioning it being
best out of
negative,
what
but we were saying it could be either good or bad.
and I feel like we weren't wrong to question him too, because I feel like Mob let him get this way, because there really hasn't been any focus on him, and even at this point, he's still not that terribly tanky. I mean, sure, he's got health, but it kind of stops there. They could deal with him, but they just aren't. Instead, I mean, how many times have we seen Vhagar get hit by a Q? And I mean, admittedly, he's got terrible, terrible positioning. But there's just not this focus on the Nocturne that there needs to be. I mean, we've got an Alistar and the Wukong guy. The Wukong guy.
Yeah, that
Nocturne
Wukong.
should be dying.
Yeah, Nocturne just dives straight past their entire team, and there's no peel in coming in for Vayne. The Lulu ult goes on. I've seen a Lulu ult onto the Alistar before.
Well, I mean, even then, think of the fight at the Dragon. Alistar started that off by just headbutting somebody. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to use your cooldown just like that to be, look, a little bit easier to dive now? In a nice flashy way. Why? What benefit does that have?
Yeah, it comes to the point
It's a knockback
where
ability. Why? Why would you just use it? That's such a waste. And
it comes to the point like, oh no, Lux just ulted. Yeah, but she doesn't have it anymore. In this case, it's the exact same thing. Oh no, Alistar headbutted me away from their AD carry. Well, I'm just gonna walk up there because it's not available anymore.
Or heck, Nocturne says, look, that is like the one thing that could really fuck up my ult right now. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I've got to use my ult.
Moving aside from Nocturne right now, look at Garen's items right now. Holy crap! He not how behind Mafiosa is right now. I don't think any of them is able to kill him.
You know what? You know what? With all Garen's items, I'm so disappointed in him. No Black Cleaver. Come on, man. Wait.
I don't think it's necessary. He kind of just gave the lead to Nocturne and said, "Hey, listen, this is all you right now."
But man, that Black Cleaver. I am disappointed with the lack of Black Cleavers on Garen, man. I mean, that spin just gets so nasty with it. Although he's got that little health rock, so he could be going for one. We'll see.
At this point, I think Stairs Gauge would be pretty nice on Garen.
Yeah, and he currently does not have a villain to target down. But with a villain and a Black Cleaver, the intense damage from your spin it's sometimes too much to do with. And
Oh
again,
god, that damage, that Vhagar damage now.
yeah, Vhagar should have ulted there.
I think the ult. Yeah, that would have been a kill on Lulu. And I think Mafiosa just needs to just let
He's
them
too-
have it,
he's
but he
too,
can't contest this.
Is
Conservative
Free
with his
Dragon? Looks like it.
Easily.
I feel like with
Armor
this time
could
right
even
now,
miss.
they should rotate up. At least send someone up the top to go deal with that wave that's pushing. I feel like they had plenty of time to go take care of it. Because, I mean, what are they doing right now? They've just got their thumbs up their butts in jungle, and that's about
We're all
it.
just standing around this bottom lane bush here, ready to protect the tower. They've
Look at that
gone
top
again
push.
back to defaulting. Oh, well, nothing too awful. We haven't lost yet because we go mid, but it's slowly whittling down their presence.
Well, that's all they
They
do.
need to
They stay in a team, which, you know, keeps them from getting utterly destroyed, but at the same time, they don't do anything. They just stand around. And
I think
They're
Garen
afraid
can
of
actually
getting
just-
soloed or caught, and something needs to be done about their
I
shot
think
calling
Garen can
to
actually just
make
push the
a
entire game
more
down.
clear choice.
They're actually so far ahead where Garen can actually just take down towers all by himself.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
why he's just hanging out mid lane. He can actually just go mid lane. I mean bot lane, just push that out. And
I'd stick around. I mean, if I knew that
Yeah,
the enemy team was going to target me and I'm the tank, I'd probably stick around too.
Lulu does have a Leandri's Torment, and I guess because it has been buffed in its damage, but I'd like to see more, like, why not an Hourglass or a Morel Nomagon?
There is a
Like, she
problem.
already has a Nomagon, and she's working on a Hourglass, but she has the wrong item for that.
And there's my
She just picked up a No Magic Man.
my good friend Easton 8 saying the game is bronze.
You know what? And I feel like it's a bronze 1 coming out of Mob and maybe like a silver 2 coming out of ASG. I mean, silver. I mean, ASG's kind of like, well, we're gonna go here.
She's actually up. They're actually doing pretty well, but like it's
I
all they're
feel like
doing-
they should be ending it sooner,
yeah the game should
making
be
more
over.
aggressive plays.
And,
Mafiosa
yeah,
says he's doing
there
a
are
decent
mistakes
job
to be said
protecting
on
the-
both times.
The in-hub towers are just being tickled at this point, and I think Mafiosa is doing a really good job protecting those towers.
Yeah, it
But
feels like
we do have a live bear right now. Let's see if there's going to be a nice 5v5 team fight. The gold lead stands at around 7k gold lead. Leading
That just seems like a
towards
terrible
ASG.
idea to have a fight with them right now. I mean, unless they can catch them middle of Baron and maybe kill somebody. Look at that! Look at it! From all the damage we've seen out of Karma's Qs and
yeah, and Alistair's
Vhagar,
recalling. I'm not sure why you would choose to recall there.
I think they're just going to have to. I think this is game. Like they're.
Yeah, there's no reason you
can
should
they
have
do?
recalled.
But to be fair, what can they do? What could they hope to do to them?
They have to just get picks. That's all they can really do. And the ASG's actually not letting them get picks because they're constantly
Now
grouped.
here's my issue. Alistar not only backed, but he came back. And I mean, they don't know that, but why haven't they started Baron? They are so far ahead. Right now, I'd say screw it. Let's start Baron. What are they going
Have
to do
Veigar
to us?
you play the point, just drop a couple W's in Baron pit and have Nocturne and Graves just take it out completely.
Absolutely. I mean, with the Veigar son simply just walling off
The entire team, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, you can't
Garen,
enter the Baron pit when you are stunned.
and especially, I mean, you
They can
saw
easily
that
turn
Q,
on them.
The Q that hit Garen, I didn't even see his health move. He's nothing to be
Just-
afraid of.
Graves and Nocturne can take out Baron really fast.
Now,
Oh, that's a stair. That's a stair.
ASG
Oh,
is
that's
just-
a Dead Man's Plate going on Nocturne. That's a pretty good item on him for that movement speed.
Yeah, and right there, ASG should have done something a bit more aggressive because they are backing off. You see that Mob is going to go try and move in and clear some vision, gain some ground. Alistair in a really bad spot here.
Yeah, that's a bad spot for. Oh, they're gonna start this.
Oh, but he's just gonna ult.
now,
There's Nocturne grabbing more kills. Oh,
oh, we're gonna see Nocturne. Oh, we
Oh,
see
it's
the
going to
Nocturne go
real low.
down. And the rest of
Mafiosa's
the
retreated right now, but ASG is just not letting them get anywhere.
Yeah, they did trade that Nocturne's bounty for quite a lot here. They're going to gain probably 2 turrets or more.
In his defense, he had to do something. They didn't have like they weren't doing anything, and Nocturne said, "That's enough. I'm going in."
Yeah, and it was a good play by SG because they've won that fight, and they've been missing out on chances to win fights over and over just because they're too hesitant to take that risk.
That's that's easily 3 towers going down on Mafiosa.
they're just not.
And
they're
possibly
not
two
pushing
inhibs.
their advantage.
Fiverr was down. Koopa.
Oh,
Koopa way out there.
That's an inhib down for a Mafiosa.
A huge wave pushing towards the top side, our bottom lane turret there.
Are they gonna
Sure,
go for the Baron
Veigar
now?
might.
I mean, I guess they did need to wait for Nocturne to be up just to be safe, but we'll see.
And Nocturne is going to have to clear that wave, just as I said. It should have been a contested Baron right here. They
Now-
should be at least gaining vision.
I'm disappointed with Garen. I would have liked to see him go and kill Karma, because I'm pretty sure it was within his power.
This is starting to be.
This is an absolute Hail Mary of Hail Marys.
This game
Just-
is.
Yeah, it was a wonderful call to go for Baron, but that Garen can
They're
really
taking a
suck.
lot of damage from
Well,
Baron right now.
Even Garen aside, there's a Brand up there. He can
Oh, Wukong got Baron, but let's see who can die here. Oh,
Well, I'll be-
God.
I'm
Nocturne's
surprised
taking
they-
a
He's
ton of
going to take
damage.
down Lulu, though.
Nocturne and
Down
Brand
goes
dying
Cloud.
here.
Gala coming out, putting up a bit of damage, but that
Garen's
was
not
just
looking so
a
great
poor
either.
decision.
Wow.
A
You have
teleport
boss-
cancel, please, thank
Oh,
you.
goodness.
That's the-
I'm
oh, that's
really
a good
disappointed
cancel.
with ASG here.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
I won't say it's a throw yet, because we don't know. But that was terribly played with both Garen and someone like Brand right there. Why they didn't just throw the Brand ult in while they were in the pit fighting is beyond me. It would have at
Yeah.
least killed one person.
That was a crucial mistake. I have no idea why everyone's split
From,
here.
from all the people being
Alistair
hesitant here,
getting
I'm
up
surprised
there.
that it was ASG that decided to be hesitant.
That's an
at the
ace
end.
going on to Mafiosa. I don't think I would have said that earlier.
Wow. That was
That
terrible.
was
And an in-hit.
that could have been a huge throw
That-
right there.
Can that be game?
That
Wow.
could
Not
be
be-
if they go quick enough.
Brand is coming up in 4 seconds.
Yeah,
They're gonna try
Brand's
to
the
finish
only
it.
one
They're gonna
coming
try
up
to end the game
next
right
time.
now.
Yeah,
Brand
they
is
want
up.
to.
Brand is up, but it's another 9 seconds till Nocturne gets up here, and they're
That
taking
is going to be
towers
game,
really
for
fast.
sure. I see
That
no
is
way of
game.
winning that.
How was this?
Mob does come out.
Wow, Mafiosa ending the game
What
A
a-
very decisive call on that Baron, that last Baron.
know
to
what,
take
though?
it
at one
in
point. A
with the
7
fight
game
resulting.
lead.
You know what though? I feel like that was such a massive throw, and the issue I have with it is that
The
I
death
don't-
timers were way too high at that point.
I feel like it was a bad call for Baron, to be honest, and I feel like the only reason it wound up becoming a good one is because ASG just let them have it and then proceeded to throw themselves at the Baroned up team way too late.
Nobody was in position to actually do anything with Baron. It was only, I think, who was there? It was Garen and Brand. I think were just near the Baron pit. The rest of the team was kind of just sticking around somewhere else. That was a horrible throw.
Yeah, it was all in ASG's favor for the
How do we
majority of
pick
the game, and then
MVP
they just
game?
decided to make a whole, definitely a Mafiosa style play and not be aggressive or take action, which allowed Mafiosa to just capitalize, take the Baron, and take the base.
Can we have whoever called for that Baron on Mafiosa side in here for the MVP?
Yeah, who was the one that called that Baron? And
Called that Baron.
my vote does. We should be
Lulu
getting
called
strong
it
poll.
apparently. Okay,
Straw
let's get
poll.
Lulu in here.
We need
Let's
a
get
straw poll, so we have to straw poll.
we'll throw in a straw poll, but I think it's whoever called that Baron deserves MVP.
You know
Instantly.
what?
Yeah, it
Though?
does. We still have to.
I disagree though because well yes the Baron in the end wound up basically winning the game for them. It shouldn't have. It just shouldn't have. If
But the
anything,
death timers.
I feel like yeah, Death Timer's MVP. But what got me about it was honestly the brand could have stopped that all by himself, and then Garen pussyfooted around, and those two right there are the reason that they lost. Everybody else throwing themselves at it definitely didn't help. But
Yeah, after they died, I think ASG should have just regrouped back to the Nexus towers
okay,
because that would have been 3 people,
who called it?
and they
Who
would have been
called
able
it?
to defend. Um, Vayne called Baron, so I vote Vayne. I voted ASG to win this, and you guys voted Mafiosa.
You know
I thought
what? And
I thought I
honestly,
had this game.
before the Baron pick or the whole Baron fight there, I would have changed my vote over to ASG. I feel like they should have won. Just terrible
Like
play at the
100%.
end there. Terrible
Yeah.
play.
Whoever's shot calling ASG's team right now should feel horrible.
Feel really proud of that, or ashamed of that call. Like they
I don't know.
should have been saying, guys, we need to defend this Baron because it's the key to who wins this game right now.
Or even yet, let them have it. There's 2 people there. Let them have it so we don't all die.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the Baron that lost him. Is that the fact that they went in like almost one at a time?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
They chose the worst possible
Brand and
option
Garen
there.
died, and then Graves. Well, I think Veigar was already dead. He was gonna teleport but canceled it, and then died in base. I think.
And
Like,
I don't want to sound mean, but without the MVP, without Vayne having made that call, I wouldn't know who on earth to pick because honestly, I
I've no
felt
idea.
Mob played a terrible game. That they won, they got lucky. I feel like they got lucky, and to be completely honest, I don't feel like they deserved it.
I don't think it was luck, more like capitalizing on a massive mistake
Well,
of
yeah,
going
absolutely, but you know, I mean,
kind of conga lining
even
themselves to
bronzes
death.
can do that sometimes, right?
Yeah,
Hey, you know what? They went down the mid lane.
they won.
They had
by
their chance
just-
to go down the mid lane, so that's what
Yeah,
happened.
they took
That
it.
was it. They won by going to mid lane. That was their strat. Just stay mid, take Baron, stay mid. Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, somebody could please add.
Mob Wolf pretty much quoting exactly what I said.
If anybody could add Mob Dragon to the call, that would be great. You don't really expect me to use Skype properly, do you? All right. Mob Dragon,
Made
could you
the
please
call,
send me
it's your own fault.
your Skype, please?
I think that might put ASG on tilt after that loss. 100%.
Well,
I know.
At least 1/5 of ASG is always on tilt.
And like I said, that's definitely the Mafiosa that beat us, capitalizing on mistakes and just going forth and just destroying teams.
Yeah.
Definitely a scary team in this series. Not first place like us, but no, definitely.
ASG, or sorry, Mob Dragon, if you could please send us your contact info so we can get a quick interview. I'm so sick. My voice just cracked really bad there.
Need some rheumatism.
Yeah, we'll spark a Sprite will do. Sprite. Today, Junior.
Need a rum and coke and go to sleep.
Rum and Coke, I don't drink.
And then just coke.
Yeah, you can just like lay it out on the table and shoot it, or do a line. It's easy. I was actually gonna do some coke pretty soon here, but the guy who's gonna get me some that I was gonna do it with, he couldn't get any, and he had to go back to the Navy a little too soon for us to wait it out. So a little disappointed, but you know.
Sorry, Sabam, that you could not get your coke.
Yeah, I've never
We're all,
done it before, so I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah,
One day he's just like, "You want to do coke?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, oh, you're serious? I'm like, yeah, and he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I don't really give a shit. This sounds kind of different and fun. Let's go for it. Hard drugs? I've never done them before. Let's have some fun.
Still waiting on that Skype.
Just waiting around for Dragon to give us a Skype somewhere.
Anywhere. It's okay to be camera shy. There's no
Yeah,
cameras here,
just need your voice.
except
That's
for
all.
uh, except for dragons. Well, there's two.
Send us an Indian smoke signal.
Anything. You can always just interview anybody else for the team.
God, MySpace would suffice at this point.
I mean,
No, who am I kidding? MySpace never suffices.
can we get any word from Mob here on if we're gonna get a Skype or not? I mean, if not, we can just grab someone else if someone else wants to speak up for their team.
Oh, add him on League. Okay, I will do so.
We got it. Thanks, Mexican Ranger.
That was a fun game. Definitely a world finals worthy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was about as boring as a Worlds game.
Oh no, it was that last bit was just
The last
the
bit was
was
interesting, but a lot of the waiting around in mid could have been something more.
those mid fights were just horrible.
Just added him here to call.
Yep.
Hey,
What's up, Mob Dragon?
How's it going?
riveting. Adam, do you want to take the interview this time, please?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Why is everything freaking out? There we go. We're good. Hold on. All right. So, why the cleanse and the heal? We were making fun of you in Champ Select, but you won.
Um,
So, tell us about that.
because I had no faith in Baylor's ability to kill me in lane, so I didn't feel I needed a flash, and the cleanse was more or less for the Nocturne, just didn't pay off the way I hoped it did.
I like that. I like that. You give it an explanation, you throw some shade. That's kind of nice. All right. So, you called the Baron. Tell it why?
Because we seen the Garen recalling, we knew he had TP, but we also seen Nocturne down in bot lane. We had enough faith in our jungler to land the smite, and if we knew if we landed the smite, we could probably fight them. They didn't focus me at all inside the Baron pit. Garen just kind of like walked back and forth, not sure who to attack. And it just allowed us to kill their main two targets. And once that happened, we seen the death timers, and we knew we had game right then and there.
Now, here's honestly, I was looking at the Baron fight and I saw how low you guys were getting, and with the brand sitting outside, do you feel like if they ran in earlier or did something earlier that the fight would have gone different?
No, because they didn't have the numbers advantage. They didn't have their whole team there. Graves was too far behind. Veigar was too far behind. They had no chance. Veigar was still on death timer. Like he tried to TP after we killed Garen and Nocturne, only because he just respawned from dying when Wukong killed him at the tier 3 in mid lane. So Veigar wasn't a threat, and then it was just a numbers advantage. We knew Graves was nowhere near, and Nocturne was just trailing too far behind to even try to collapse on us.
Now, another thing that we were commenting on is a lot of the time, well, a lot during the game, you guys spent as a team in the mid lane, hanging out in the jungle by Dragon. Was it a lack of communication and direction? Because all we could decide over here at the casters is maybe they just don't know what to do. Do you have an explanation for those events?
We thought we could siege better. We thought we'd be able to siege better. We tried to see if we thought we were gonna have a better team fight. It didn't work out the way it did. We kept getting caught by too many Vigor gates. It caused us to take way too much damage going into the fights. It also led to Lulu having to burn her all on herself one time. But that's what our plan was going into it, is that we thought have the better team fight. We got engaged on at bad moments.
Well, I mean, to be fair, those karma cues hit pretty dang hard.
They did. They did.
Anything you'd like to say?
I do have a question here. I correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the first loss for Veigar in the series?
That I don't know.
Was it
I
final
think
or
it's
team?
I think it's the second. I think one other team beat Viger.
Anyway, how does it feel to actually beat a Garen Veigar team?
It feel good. We honestly, I didn't even think about it as like a serious comp. I actually was looking at their comp going into Champ Select
It
and was
was messy.
confused by what they were doing. I mean, especially with the brand support.
We
Well,
did
yeah,
vote for
definitely. We
we did
were.
vote Mafiosa for the best comp
Well, thank you.
early. I think right before Champs like ended, we did vote for Mafiosa's comp to be the one that prevailed. But I voted ASG just for the Vega really, and didn't show up at all.
And that was the main reason behind the cleanse was for the Vega and Nocturne.
Well, thanks
So
for
now
joining
that puts
us.
you in second place. I think that puts Mafiosa in second.
And third, we're in third now.
You guys are what three? Oh, so you're gonna be 4-2.
Yep.
But then I think because you guys have one more game than Foxtrot 5, that puts you
It's possible. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't worry
Still in
about
the
those
running.
things.
That's all that matters,
All,
right?
all I know is we're higher than sixth place, and that puts us in playoffs. That's all I care about.
in. We'll see you in the finals against Team Aspects.
All right, sounds good. All right, thanks guys.
Have a good one.
Is that all for games tonight?
I believe so. Unless we're informed of further just now. Chat, do you know of any further games we're playing today, or because I think I would have been notified by now. And again, I usually am not.
I think everybody's off partying their Halloween
Yeah,
event, so that might be signing off for tonight.
that might be. Thanks for joining us tonight on the stream. It's been a bit of a blast.
See you
Over
eventually.
here we have Adam on the caster desk. Introduce yourselves one more time.
Hi, I'm Zabam, or Adam.
Aspect Ops, jungler for Team Aspects, currently number 1.
And Dragon Troop 8, at least sub 4 COD Gaming, and I do a bit of organization once in a while, but main show casting. Thanks for joining us on the stream again today. Please follow if you have not already done so. We would really appreciate it. Any donations that we receive on the stream will, of course, go towards the prize pool, and some of it will go to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation.
Beautiful.
Yep, that'll be the end.
All right. Well, I left a poll just for the fun of it to see who
What's this?
you guys thought was the best caster. And since I couldn't remember your name, you're that other guy.
Dragon Troop is a bet. Yeah. Oh wow, thank you.
Hey, you are winning right now. Never mind, you're tied.
I'm gonna get no votes as usual.
Hey, your mother would probably vote for you.
Yeah, I guess your mom
No,
won
no, my mom hates me.
here. She'll vote for the other guy.
You could vote for yourself.
I'm not good. I don't vote in polls
But
unless
it's like
the
liking your own
MVP.
Facebook status, so...
Exactly.
Sometimes somebody liked it. I mean, it was me, but somebody liked it, so...
Yeah, at least somebody appreciated my work.
Absolutely.
Alright guys, it was swell casting with you guys. I hope we can do it again.
Alright, everyone have a good night.